All right, Nathaniel Hackett fired as the Denver Broncos head coach, gets an OC job in New York with the Jets. Likely they're going to pursue Aaron Rodgers. Jeff, we'll start with what it means for the Jets. Are they contenders? And then we'll get to the North after that, okay?
Okay.
So, Aaron Rodgers, let's say they have to give up a first and a second and maybe a fifth. Who knows? I think it's too much, but whatever. A market's the market. They're going to pay whatever. They get Aaron Rodgers. Do the Jets have a chance at winning the division with Aaron Rodgers?
No. Well, I guess I should say a chance, but if you look at the division,
No. I mean it legitimately. Like, you'd go into next season
No,
saying this team can contend with the Bills, the Patriots, the Dolphins. They can get it.
No, I don't think so. Because you got, let's see it depends on what Tua does. If Tua's back in that
He
division,
won't be.
okay, then it's just Josh Allen still going to run the division. Aaron's better than Mac Jones. I think the Jets, with the defense they have currently, they have weapons. I think they could win 10 games. But I just think the Bills, they're so much better. So, no, I don't think they'll win the division. I think they can make the playoffs. I think the Jets, we've been saying this, I think they're a good enough team to make the playoffs. They just had to figure it out at the quarterback position. And I think Aaron's fine, but you're in the AFC. That's the difference, Aaron. And you're gonna if you go to the Jets, you'll find that out the hard way.
I think a fresh start.
Because
an OC he has a very good relationship with, a defense he knows he can rely on. I think Aaron Rodgers and the Jets can win the division next year.
But they better bolster up that offensive line.
Sure.
Because that was a problem last year.
They should go get out a veteran wide receiver, but there aren't many good ones anyways.
No.
So, there's not much you can do there. Maybe they can put out a good trade. Who knows? But for me, the Bills are taking a step back next year, guys. They got a lot of money tied up in players that aren't available, injured, and just not good enough. They got to retool. And it isn't going to be next year. It'll maybe be 24, 25 when you'll see the Bills back in an AFC title game, but it won't be next year. Watch out for the Jets if they get Aaron Rodgers. I actually think it's a good move for them. I think it's a very volatile move.
What do you
Because if he goes there are only two things that happen. And I know it's easy to say, but I mean this. It either goes to shit and everybody gets fired and the Jets are a complete rebuild again, or he gets them to the playoffs.
Is that what you mean by watch out, they'll get to the playoffs?
Yeah.
Okay. Because
I don't think they're the Chiefs. I don't think they're better than the Bengals, but I could make a case. They're one of the 5 best teams in the AFC next year with Aaron Rodgers because of how good that defense is. Not because of Aaron.
Yeah, it's superb, yeah.
But if I told you Joe Burrow's on the Jets.
Well, Joe Burrow versus Aaron Rodgers. You get what I'm saying?
I know, but it was only 2 years ago he's an MVP candidate. And I know Father Time.
But I'm talking,
and I know he's
not
coming off one of his worst seasons, but I'm just saying.
I'm not talking accolades, though. I'm talking postseason.
I don't need Aaron Rodgers to throw for 5,040 touchdowns. I just need him to not fuck it up for me in New York. I got the defense.
No.
Just go out there and score 23 a game. I think we can win 10, 11 games. That's the mindset in New York. I think Aaron can do it.
And with I wonder, I don't know the specific cap hit if he's traded. I know he's owed like $50-something million.
He said he's willing to restructure, which I find interesting.
If he does, maybe the Jets can get some better offensive linemen. They're going to have Breece Hall, which I think is a big part of this too. But I think they'd be one of the better teams, and it definitely improve the Jets. Like we talked about, they need a quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It was Derek Carr. I like Aaron Rodgers. He's better than Derek Carr. But just in the AFC, I mean, they're no better than a divisional exit, in my opinion. I don't think they're getting to a title game, so that puts kind of a ceiling to me on the Jets. But this is what Sal and them want.
So if they bring him for the 23 season, all right, there will be $3 million worth of dead money. He'll only be a $16 million cap hit, but he has a $60 million guaranteed salary.
Mm-hmm.
He has $60 million in guaranteed money still. He has a base salary of $1 million, 15 in non-prorated bonuses, and a cap hit of $16 million only. Now, the Jets will be negative 17 in the hole, but they could easily make it work because Laken Tomlinson is getting up there in age, and so is C.J. Mosley, and that's $38 million. And I can repurpose that, take it out, release him, cut him, do whatever I want. Hell, I can even look at Dwayne Brown. That's an $11 million hit. And I can sign my draft picks, I can go out in free agency, and I can maneuver. C.J. Uzama, I don't need $10 million on a free agent tight end who's 30 years old. I'll pass. So I got a lot of options here. I can save so much money with a snap of a finger. And you know what? I don't think we're talking about this enough. If you cut Zach Wilson pre-June 1st, it's $20 million in dead money. If you trade him, it's only 11. If you trade him, if you cut him post-June 1st, it's $15 million. But if you trade him post-June 1st, which I don't think anybody will do, it's only a $5 million cap hit. So that's an option, but I don't think that's realistic. I think you move off of CJ Uzama. I think you cut him. I think you cut Lincoln Tomlinson, and then you're back up. You got a lot of money to work with. You really do.
Yeah.
There's a lot of money here.
And I'm curious, just side note.
Go for it.
Aaron Rodgers' personality in New York. That would be something I'd want to see selfishly. Because you're in Green Bay, and he's an interesting human being. He's got a lot of thoughts and opinions. But for him in New York, with that pressure, at MetLife, and if the results don't go his way, having to go up to the press conference and talk to the media, I would love to see Aaron Rodgers in that type of environment, because in Green Bay, it's always been consistency of winning games. Now you're playing for the Jets, who have had success, but they're thirsty. They want to have a playoff berth. They want to contend in the AFC. Aaron Rodgers, known as a guy who, in terms of playoff success, hasn't really been the best. Won a Super Bowl, but since then, very bad endings to all of his seasons as of late. Curious how that translates with New York and their media. But still, I think the Jets are the best destination for him.
What does it mean for the North?
Oh, it means a lot. I think Aaron Rodgers, for as much criticism as we can give, and saying, well, Aaron Rodgers isn't the same Aaron Rodgers. If he's gone from the NFC North, you're a lot happier. Bottom line. He's still one of the better quarterbacks in the NFC. Jordan Love, I don't know what to expect. You've seen some flashes of him, but I don't think anybody at this moment is fearful of Jordan Love. So it definitely helps the NFC North. And if anything, it opens it up even more. Not that the Packers were a legitimate threat, but just the fact that now you have Jordan Love in his first season, if Aaron Rodgers is traded, he's going to need to learn a lot of things now. I mean, he's only played in a handful of games, and they've been random at times. He never played in a full stretch of games, went through the grind of a regular season. So there's going to be a lot of, milestones for Jordan Love, things he's going to have to get over. But I think it's definitely good news for the Lions and a team that's ready to contend for the NFC North. To me, it's just Minnesota. That's all you're worried about.